Hey guys, it's Sam and this is Top 5 Wednesday. If you're not familiar with Top 5 Wednesday, I will leave a link to the Goodreads group down below for topics and such. This week's topic is our favorite first sentences of books, so it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to show you some of my favorites now. Number 5 is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater, and this one actually has kind of two first sentences because I typically don't consider the prologue a first sentence of a book. I usually tend to count it from the first sentence of the first chapter, but the prologue and the first actual sentence of the book is both really good and just kind of works for the series. So the first sentence of the prologue is pretty famous at this point. It's kind of one of the defining sentences that is used on a bunch of fan art and gift sets and everything, but it is, Blue Sergeant has forgotten how many times she'd been told that she would kill her true love. Everyone knows this at this point, even if you're not in the fandom, everyone talks about it. But I also love the first sentence of the first chapter, and it was freezing in the churchyard even before the dead arrived. Both of those just really speak to the creepiness and the tone of the series completely. It automatically sucks you in and you kind of know the weirdness and the macabre that you're going to get with this. Number 4 is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. Our dragon doesn't eat the girls he takes, no matter what stories they tell outside our valley. So this one again sets the tone completely and you're wondering who is the dragon? Is the dragon a person? Is the dragon a dragon? What is the deal? And it immediately sucks you in. Number 3 is The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch, and this is another one that's very similar to The Raven Boys, where I think the prologue first sentence and the first sentence of the first chapter are both amazing and just set the tone, and they make me laugh all the time. And the first sentence of the prologue is, at the height of the long wet summer of the 77th year of Sundavani, the thief maker of Camor paid a sudden and unannounced visit to the eyeless priest at the temple of Perilandro, desperately hoping to sell him the Lamora boy. And especially because you know it's about Locke Lamora, you're what is going on? And then you have the first sentence of the first chapter, which is, Locke Lamora's rule of thumb was this: a good confidence game took 3 months to plan, 3 weeks to rehearse, and 3 seconds to win or lose the victim's trust forever. So again, you know that it's about thieves and Locke Lamora, and I think both of those sentences just set the tone and just kind of set also the humor of it. I can't get over the first sentence being him being, basically sold to these two really weird characters that have these names, and you're who are these people and why is Locke with them and what the heck? And then you have Locke setting up something in present time because the prologue is technically what happened in the past. I love this book. I love everything about it. Number 2 is The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson, and this first sentence I count as actually the chapter header. With all these books, every chapter has a chapter header that's being told from a document, and they're different documents for each book, but it sums it all up so great. And the first sentence for this book is, I am, unfortunately, the hero of ages. Yes, I mean, if you've read the series, you kind of know about everything with the hero of ages, and it's just, I am, unfortunately, the hero of ages. It's so good. And number 1 is obvious because I am obvious, and that is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. And this is again one that has a prologue and a first chapter, so as I'm sure all of you know, and I know by heart, the first sentence of this book is, the circus arrives without warning. And then the first sentence of the first chapter is, the man billed as Prospero the Enchanter receives a fair amount of correspondence via the theater office, but this is the first envelope addressed to him that contains a suicide note, and is also the first to arrive carefully pinned to the coat of a 5-year-old girl. I can't. Both of those. So good. As you notice, a common theme with all of these, all of these first sentences set the tone completely for the story. They also kind of show a snippet of how it's written and just pull you in completely to the story. And I just love all of them so much. All of these first sentences. It was pretty easy for me to narrow down. I did go through a lot of the books on my shelves, but I pretty much knew the books that I was going to have to pick out. A lot of these obviously are favorites. Actually, all of them are favorites of mine. So that was pretty obvious, but I just knew the ones that really immediately pull you into the story. So those are some of my favorite first sentences. Comment down below and let me know some of your favorite first sentences. And I encourage you to not pick Harry Potter, because I know a lot of people are going to be I can recite the first line of the first Harry Potter book. I know. Most people can, but I'm looking forward to seeing some other ones besides Harry Potter answers. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!